Hi students, we are going to continue now with how we can draw the graph of quadratic function, and here specifically without using table of values. So for a quadratic function like this one here, f of x equals to ax squared plus bx plus c, what is required so that we are going to be able to draw the graph. First of all, actually what you have to do, you have to check whether a, the coefficient of x squared, is it less than 0 or greater than 0. And then, so if it is less than 0, for example, here you know that actually in this case we are going to have y maximum. So the turning point is going to be the maximum point. So the nature of the graph is going to be something like that. Mind you, the turning point is the point when you have maximum value for this case. And when a is greater than 0, this is the case now when we have y minimum. And so if this is going to be your axis, we are going to have a random graph. The graph might be this way, and this is our turning point. This is also our turning point. So for we to be able to draw the graph of a quadratic function f of x equals to ax squared plus bx plus c without using a table of values, first of all, we are going to determine maximum or minimum point. So how do you decide that it is maximum or minimum point? Of course, you check the coefficient of a, and we said when a is greater than 0, here you have y minimum. When a is less than 0, here you have y maximum. So after this determination, then find turning point. So you're going to find turning point. That is second. And how do we get turning point? Of course, the turning point now is going to be axis of symmetry minus b over 2a comma 4ac minus b squared over 4a. This is going to be your turning point. And this criteria will give you idea whether it is a maximum turning point or minimum turning point. Then the next step is find y and x intercepts. And the last stage, dear students, is to sketch the graph. So if you observe these 3 to 4 stages, then you will be able to draw the graph, to sketch the graph actually without using without using a table of values. So let us see an example here. You have been given example. So we're supposed to draw or sketch the graph of f of x equals to x squared minus 4x plus 5, and find domain and range. So the first step is to check the function. As you can see, the function f of x equals to x squared minus 4x plus 5. So you see that a is greater than 0. So basically, we're going to have y minimum. Okay. So then we're going to say minimum point or turning point, minimum turning point is going to be minus b over 2a comma 4ac minus b squared over 4a. So we are looking for the turning point. So turning point will be minus b minus 4 over 2 times 1 comma 4 times a negative 4 times c, it is 5, minus b squared, it is 4 times a1 times c 5 minus b squared negative 4 square divided by 4 times 1, 4 times 1. So the turning point, dear students, will be you have 2 comma 20 minus 16, you have 4 over 4 1. So the turning point is 2 comma 1. That is second step. Then we are going to find y-intercept, and this is case when x equals to 0. So from the function above, dear students, you can see that actually y will be equal to 5. What about x-intercept? This is when y equals to 0, of course. So we're going to solve this equation, x squared minus 4x plus 5 equals to 0. So you have x squared minus 5x on apology. Can we split the middle term? So product of two numbers being 5 and summation being negative 4. I think you can see that we cannot actually split the middle term. But let us see if we can solve this equation. So it is x squared. You can say here x equals to minus b negative 4. Okay. Plus or minus square root of b squared negative 4 square minus 4 times ac actually times 5 divided by 2 times 1. So you have 16 minus 20. It is impossible. So there is no really a root actually. So we can say that no x intercept. So if there is no x-intercept now, we're going to sketch the graph. So how do we sketch the graph? I'm going to give you now idea by using the data as we have. So the graph we are going to sketch, here it is. So the turning point was 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. 2, 1 is a point there. You have y-intercept, it is 5. So 4, 5. So basically we are having a graph which is passing through 5, coming to this turning point here, and it continues like that one. So that is y, and this is x. So basically that is how we can sketch the graph. And domain, from the graph you can even see that domain is a set of all real numbers, x being all real numbers, and the range is going to be y, such that y is greater or equal to 1. Dear students, thank you. So this is how we sketched actually the graph of this function without using mathematical without using table of values.